Hey leaders, thank you for leading this Sunday, November 19th. We are starting a two-part message on, first is the work of God in us, and then it's the work of God essentially that through others that helps us. I just confused that. But this week, the key verses are Romans 12, 4 and 5, but the passages that we'll be mostly studying are from Nehemiah. So we'll do some overview from 2 Kings about why Nehemiah is taking place. Because Nehemiah is happening after the exile. People are able to go back to Jerusalem and rebuild, and they are, but it's very slow and it's not going well. And so kind of catching them up on that history. And then we're going to split into groups. We'll split into 3 groups and go through the 3 sections of Nehemiah. So one group will do Nehemiah 2, 1 through 9. Another group will do 2:11, and then some hit and miss verses in there, and we've got them pre-printed. And then Nehemiah 4, different verses in there. And on the back of each sheet, there are questions for the groups to work through, and it's what is the problem in the passages on your page, and who are the helpers? Who notices the problem, who helps find the solution, and who helps fix it. And how do they do that? Because I want them to think about, this is the concept of we are the body, and God has gifted us and skilled us differently, and we need to pay attention and let each other do the jobs that we are better at. So we're going to have them analyze each section of those passages, and if we have time, we'll go over them as a whole. If not, we'll just I'll kind of work with each group, and they'll go over their section, because it can stand alone and still meet that purpose. And then the activities are for our creative. They are going to, I shouldn't be flipping a page. They are going to work together to write a song. So they'll use the tune of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, ABCD song. So Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, right? And replace the words. They're going to write new lyrics to go with it. I just made and they're going to write a praise song. They're going to work together to write a praise song. And just so that you know, and it's in your notes, that is 6 lines of 7 syllables each to help break that down. So they're going to work together, and then the questions, the conversation that you will have throughout that is 1, helping them to write it, but 2, thinking about who's better at what. Is somebody good at tracking how many syllables, or what's rhyming, or what makes sense? Or is somebody really good at coming up with words to use? Is somebody thinking about what it sounds like as it's sung? All of those things. And those will not be the same person. And helping them to work as a whole into each person's strengths as they discover what those strengths are. So rewriting Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star as a praise song. And then our physical activity will be building a wall, and we're going to put a variety of kinds of blocks in there. So you can divide them into teams, kind of like Nehemiah had, the group did not work on the whole wall. Each person, each family worked on a section of the wall to create a whole. And so that's what's going to happen. And you can mix up the kind of blocks they have in each section, because this was rubble they're having to rebuild with. They're having to figure it out and make it work. You're going to have the same conversations. Who's got that spatial reasoning, who can look at these blocks and go, oh, this is how these can fit? Who's got the pay attention to, we need more blocks. I've got to go ask so-and-so if they have some of these and we can trade, or we're not going to have enough. We're going too tall, or we're going too wide. What are we going to do to accomplish this task? Some of them are just going to be the workers who are they're just stacking and trying. They're not sitting there overthinking it. They're just doing. And we got to have doers. So having these conversations about, it takes all of us to get the tasks done. We've been talking about this on Tuesday nights in our units. This will not be a new concept, but this is a very new way for them to apply it. So thank you for leading. I'll see you Sunday.